All-Star Week. You know what that means. This year, it means something special. Payback. Talladega might have a few scores to settle from that race back in the pack. Richmond, a few more scores to settle. Darlington, a heck of a lot of scores to settle. Kurt Busch, starting in close to the front, hit the 9 p.m. Saturday Sprint Cup All-Star Weekend race feature. Says this is probably going to be a payback. No points on the line. Hey, you ticked me off last weekend. I'm going to take care of you this weekend. That's what it's shaping up as. The All-Star race. T. Wayne Robertson's great invention. First couple of years I thought it was pretty silly. It's still a little off the edge, I think. But it's evolved into something quite unique. An off weekend? Sort of. Now, how many fans are going to show up? How many fans are going to shell out for 2 straight weekends at Charlotte Motor Speedway? Remains to be seen. Hotel prices are down, which is good. Instead of jacking them up, hotels are actually bringing them down because people are just driving in for Sunday's race. But the All-Star race, guess who's on the pole? Jimmie Johnson, Mr. Charlotte. And when he's right here, he is right. He looks right. Been an up and down spring. Had some bad days. Had some really bad days. Matt Kenseth up front too. He's had a bad run lately. Ran good at Texas though. And I think he can do something here. The Jack Roush guy I'm looking at though is Greg Biffle. Biffle's tough. Biffle's fast. Greg Urban, his crew chief, on the money. Just a lot of bad luck so far. They could easily have 3 wins. And Jeff Gordon, after the way he ran at Texas, classic duel with Carl Edwards. Gordon and Edwards should be the 2 favorites here. Mile-and-a-half track, they are a little different. Tires are a little different, but mid-sized tracks like this, Gordon used to shine, Edwards always shines. And Edwards still has something to make up for that loss at Texas. He came out of the pits 17th after going in leading the race. Last pit stop, and he had trouble this time in qualifying Friday night. They do 3 laps with a pit stop, and those pit stops were something to watch. Tony Stewart left his crew flat on their butts. I don't know what that was all about. Brain fade, I guess. Mark Martin spun the tires all the way down pit road. You thought he was over at C-Max drag strip. A lot of guys just had a whole lot of problems. And Kyle Busch would have started on the front row next to Jimmie Johnson, except he had a loose lug nut. I'm not sure exactly what's going on pit road these days. But Jeff Burton had the best pit crew in Thursday night's competition. Martin Truex Jr. actually had the best pit crew, except for the rear tire guys. Man on man, man on man, man on man, jack man to jack man, right front to right front, gas man to gas man. They might need a new rear tire changer. Don't know. Those things come and go. We talked with Dennis Terry, the guy who won the right front tire changer award. Hey, he's a pretty cool dude. It's only a Sunday job for him. He's a landscape designer during the week. Shows up on Sundays, and while his buddies are playing golf or fishing, he's jumping out in front of race cars going 150 miles an hour. That'll be fun to watch. The All-Star race at Charlotte could be a good one. Could be a Jimmie Johnson runaway. He says that last 10-lap sprint for the $1 million, it's going to come down to the first 4 guys, the first 2 rows. He says it's hard to pass, and you want to be one of the first 4 for that 10-lap shootout for $1 million. Me? I'm thinking green, white checker, green, white checker, green, white checkered. I'm thinking there might not be anybody standing for those last 10 laps. Could be a little rough. 50 laps to start, 2 20-lappers, and then the 10 lap for $1 million. That's the format. 20 guys. 2 guys get in via the 7:30 p.m. showdown among the also-rans. We'll see how that happens. Guess who's on the pole for that? Kirk Shelmerdine. Except he won the pole by the luck of the draw because of rain. Better let start the rear because he didn't get his car through inspection. Oh well, that's the way it goes. That's racing. And there's going to be plenty of racing at Lowe's Motor Speedway Saturday night. Mike Mulhern for MikeMulhern.net.